Hey everybody, it's Molly from the Feed team, and today we are in the kitchen with our friends at Idaho Potatoes making a delicious Thanksgiving potato recipe. So Thanksgiving is my most favorite time of the year. I love it. I live for everything about it. The turkey, the potatoes, like so many potatoes. I'm a huge advocate for having like at least 3 potato dishes on your Thanksgiving menu. And what we're making today is actually an individual Muffin-Tin potato gratin. So everything you love about that traditional potato gratin, classic recipe, shrunk down into little mini individual gratins. They're so good, so many crispy layers. Let me show you how to do it. Obviously, we are starting with the best here. We have our grown in Idaho russet potatoes. These are gonna be obviously the star of our recipe. We're gonna be mixing in some butter, a little bit of cream, some grated garlic, some sour cream. We have some fresh thyme, some grated cheddar, and also grated Parmesan cheese. So when your ingredient lineup looks like this, you know you're in for something good. So here are our beautiful Idaho russet potatoes in all their glory. We are using about 2 pounds here. We're going to thinly slice them on a mandolin for this recipe. If you do not have a mandolin, you could definitely use a knife and very carefully thinly slice them. Okay, so we got our potatoes. This is sort of like the thickness you're going for. You want it fairly thin. It's going to quickly cook in the cream we add, and then that cheese is gonna start to come into play and make those like creamy but also crispy layers. So the best of both worlds. Shopping for the Thanksgiving holiday is always a little stressful, but one way we can all alleviate our stress is looking for this grown in Idaho seal. So you can see these are my Idaho russet potatoes. Pick these up. They are healthy, they are versatile, they're always going to perform consistently, so you can rest assured that your potatoes are gonna be perfect if you start with the best grown in Idaho. I feel like this is a good opportunity for me to share my potato trivia because I have a deep love of potatoes. And I will tell you, I learned that in Idaho, they grow over 13 billion pounds of potatoes every year. That's crazy, 13 billion pounds. I wonder how many of those pounds are consumed in this household. And when you are done using your Idaho potatoes in all of your Thanksgiving recipes, be sure to just stock up. Keep them in the pantry. They're the perfect thing to have on hand for easy weeknight dinners. And as long as you keep them in a cool, dark place, they're gonna stay fresh for a very long time. All right, our potatoes are ready, so let's put together the rest of this recipe. I just have a little small saute pan I'm gonna put over medium heat, and I am going to add 3 tablespoons of our butter right to this pan. You could totally do this in the microwave. All we are looking to do here is just melt this, and then we'll infuse it with our garlic and thyme. Okay, our butter has melted. It comes together super quickly. I am just adding our grated garlic and fresh thyme. This is off the heat. I'm just gonna use the residual heat of the butter to sort of wake up those amazing garlic and thyme flavors. And I'm gonna let this sit for just about 30 seconds, and then we will combine it with our potatoes. So we have 1 tablespoon of butter left that I kept solid, and we are just going to use this to prep our muffin tin. So this is just a standard muffin tin, and all you're gonna do, you wanna be really generous. You're gonna coat each and every muffin cup with a little bit of butter. So as you can see, I have our sliced potatoes in a giant bowl. You want to use a really big bowl here so that you just have sort of the room and freedom to toss these really well. So I put our butter mixture in, add our heavy cream, and I'm going to add our sour cream as well. I am wearing gloves just because this gets a little messy. Fun messy, but a little messy. You're gonna do a generous pinch of kosher salt, a little bit of freshly cracked black pepper, just a pinch of nutmeg. I'm gonna add all of our cheddar cheese and about half of our grated Parmesan cheese. And we are just going to toss this really well together. you want to make sure that each slice of potato is really well coated in all of this deliciousness, the butter, the cream, the garlic, those herbs. You want to just make sure everything is really, really well distributed. Okay, so we have our muffin tin that we prepped, we have our potatoes that we've mixed really well, and all you have to do now is grab a nice stack of these potatoes. I just grabbed a handful and kind of squished them together, and you're gonna just pop them right into your muffin tin. You're gonna repeat this with the rest of the potatoes, and then we will pop them in the oven. So here are our cute little potato stacks. They are all ready for the oven. As you can see, some of the potatoes, like the middle part of the potato, will be a little bit bigger than your muffin tin, but you can just kind of force them down in there and you will be good to go. So I'm gonna cover this tightly with tin foil and pop them in a 425-degree oven for about 30 minutes, just until these potato layers are tender. So here are potatoes after about 30 minutes in the oven. You just want to take a toothpick or a sharp paring knife and just sort of see if they're tender. So these are not giving me very much resistance at all. So I'm going to go ahead and add the rest of our Parmesan cheese. And we are going to pop these back in the oven uncovered for another 10 minutes. So these cook for 10 more minutes in the oven uncovered. I have my broiler preheated to high. I'm gonna pop them under for just 2 minutes. You wanna keep a really close eye so that they don't get burnt. So our potatoes are out from under the broiler. You can see they have these beautiful golden brown tops. They're super, super hot right now, so I'm gonna let them cool down for probably about 10 or 15 minutes, and then we will pop them out of the pan and give them a try. So our potato stacks have cooled down a little. So all I did is I just ran a butter knife around the edge, and these pop right out. And you can see these beautiful layers. I'm gonna do something really bad and just steal this top potato. So I have our gorgeous little mini potato gratins. I'm gonna add just a little bit of flaky salt, and then also just some nice fresh minced chives. And these are ready to enjoy. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you all make these for your Thanksgiving table. You can get the full recipe on thefeedfeed.com, and you can learn more about Idaho potatoes at idahopotatoes.com. And I wanna thank our friends at Idaho Potatoes for sponsoring this video, and we'll see you guys soon. Bye.